Howdy, folks. This is Texas Dicer, and today I'm going to roll out a strategy that I saw from Casino Quest. If you haven't seen any of the videos from Casino Quest, there's actually three ways that you can engage with their material. First way is through YouTube. They also have a Patreon channel. And lastly, and probably the most fun way, is if you're ever in Vegas, Casino Quest has a facility there in the Fashion Mall on the Strip where you can go in and pay a small fee and they will give you some fun play chips, no monetary value associated with the chips, and you can try out the different table games. You can try out strategies if you want to try one of your betting strategies on a craps table. They've got other types of tables that you can try out. So give them a try if you're ever in Vegas. Anyway, Casino Quest calls this strategy the positive negative crap strategy. Now, I really didn't understand why it was called that, so I've renamed it and I'm calling this the Iron Don't. So, real quick, let me show you what that strategy looks like. It starts out very similar to if you're playing the Iron Cross, and the initial bet per shooter is going to be $100. So you wait for the point to get established. Let's just say it's the 8, and then you're going to come up and you're going to uh, place the 5, the 6, and the 8 for $85. That's $30 on each the 6 and the 8, and 25 on the 5. And you're also going to take a $15 bet and put it in the field. Now, that is kind of a typical iron cross. So you go ahead and I'm just going to roll some dice. I'm going to ignore any bad rolls here just so we can get going. A 5. So in this case, our field is going to lose here. But this 5 over here is going to pay $35. So we've got 35. There's 20 and 15. So we're going to take our $15 of that winnings, put it back on the field, and take the rest of the winnings, whether it's a $15 win in the field or if I hit one of these boxes, and I'm going to put the rest over here in the don't come area. Then we're going to go ahead and get another roll. A 6, so this don't come is now going to move over here to the 6, and we're going to lose our field bet. However, even though we lost the field, again, we're going to get paid $35 on the 6. So there's 25, 35. And what we're going to do at this point is we're going to bring all of our bets down and tell the dealer we want to bring everything down, but we want $30 odds on this number. Now, the way the odds work on these don'ts, it doesn't matter what the number was, 4 through 10, you're always going to put $30 odds on it. And we're going to bring these bets down. Now, if you look at where you are in your, we started with $100 on the shooter. And right now you can see that I've got $90. So I'm only $10 invested on this particular shooter. And now all you do is you wait for the 7 to be rolled or wait for this hand to be resolved. It's not a real exciting strategy if you're trying to get action on every single roll, but I like the strategy and it's kind of fun to play. It's really designed if you have a choppy table. So now where this can get into some issues is when you have your initial bets laid out here. So you've got your $100 bet. And so if you roll a 7, once this point is established, if you get a PSO, which is 0.7 out, you're going to lose $100 on the shooter. And so that's kind of bad. The other way is if let's say I hit a field bet and then that moves over to the don't. Now again, I still have $100 at risk, and if I roll a 7, I lose $100. So those are the ways that you can lose quite a bit with this strategy if the 7s are coming pretty quickly after this point is established. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and roll this out, and we're going to see how I do. One thing to remind you is if you like this content that I provide, please hit that like button and subscribe. And if you want to be notified of future videos when I put them out, go ahead and hit that notification bell down below. All right, so I'm going to start out with a $500 bankroll. Now, this may probably is not going to be enough on a regular basis, but you can give it a try. Um, Typically, you know, they say that you should have enough in your bankroll for 10 shooters. And since we're putting $100 at risk for every shooter, I only have enough for 5. So it may not be a good bankroll, but it'll be good for this video. Now, if you want to change this out, you could play this at a bubble craps level. And bubble craps is real easy. So you would just, anywhere where you have a green chip, you're going to replace that with a red chip. And whether you have red chips, you'll replace it with a white chip. So that means you're simply going to do $3 in the field. And then what we would do is we would do $6 on the 6 and 8 and $5 on the 5. And then when it comes out over here, instead of doing $30 odds, you're going to do $6 odds. So, um, but you'd have to use a bubble crap machine to do that. It's going to work out a little different, but you can start out with a much lower bankroll if you do that. I might try doing a rollout example at the bubble craps level a little bit later on one of these recordings. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, I'm going to start out with the $500 bankroll, and I'm going to go ahead and separate this out into 5 individual shooters. Now, one of the things when you're at the craps table, in my opinion, one of the most important things is being able to do good rack management. There's a lot of good YouTubers out there that do rack management videos. John from ProCraps has a good rack management video. I think Dice Degen has a good rack management system. So go ahead and check out their YouTube sites, and I will probably do one recording at some point, but I don't have one right now. All right, so we've got a $500 bankroll. Let's go ahead and get the point established. And we rolled a 9, 5, 4. Whoops, that rolled on me. Apologize for that. That was a 5, 4, center field 9. So we're going to tell the dealer we need the 5, 6, and 8. And he's going to give us the bet, and he's going to give us $3 change. Sorry, $15 change. All right. So the point is 9. Here we go. And we rolled a yo 11, 6, 5, yo 11. Again, that's going to win here in the field. And we're going to take those field winnings and put it over here on the don't. Now, one thing to remember, if you are playing this don't, it's good to stand on this side of the table over here because this don't is a self-service bet, which means that the player will make this bet. The dealer makes all the bets out here on these box numbers, but the player does make this bet. Now, I've played the don't standing on this side of the table, and it's a long reach. Some dealers will let you put your bet here in the come and tell them, hey, can you put this over on the don't? And they'll do it. Some dealers, I've had them tell me that, hey, you can reach it. You put the bet out there. So they don't want to mess with that bet. So anyway, that's why a lot of times if you're playing the don't, just stand over here on this side. All right, here we go. 7 out. So that's the example I told you. It was a quick 7 out, and we're going to lose all of our bets. All right. So that was our first shooter, and we lost all $100 of that first shooter. So let's go to our next shooter. 7, 5, 2, 7. 4, 3, 1, easy 4. Our point is going to be 4. So we're going to go back out. 5, 6, and 8 again. Oh, I had it right the first time. Here we go. $15 change, and we'll put that on the field. I didn't pull that quarterback on that last one that I got change for. And we got a 2. Aces in both places. Now I do kind of like this roll. So the 2 is going to pay double over here. So I'm going to go 1, 2. Now we have a choice here. I typically am going to rack 15, especially since I lost that first shooter pretty bad. So, and I'm just going to put $15 over in the field. If you want, you can put all $30 in that field. All right, here we go. 9, 5, 4, center field 9. So this don't is going to move over here to the 9, and our field is going to win $15. So we're going to tell the dealer we want to come down on these box numbers and give us $30 in odds. So we're going to bring all this down and just rack it. All right, here we go. Now what we're doing is we're playing for, hoping for the bad number, the 7, to be rolled, so that we can win on that 9. And there it is, 617, 617. So this is going to pay even money on this flat, which is going to be $15. And the odds on the 9 is going to pay $2 for every 3, so it's going to pay $20. So I'm going to go ahead and pay that out. Is 25 for 5. All right, so we didn't do too bad on that shooter. This is our original $100 for that shooter, and that's the profit that we got for them. All right, our point's going to come off, and we'll go to our next shooter. And we roll a 7, 5, 2, 7. A 10, 6, 4, easy 10. So our point is going to be 10, and we're going to go back out on the 5, 6, and 8. $15 change. We'll put that in the field. And here we go. And we roll the 6, 4, 2, 6, easy 6. So the field is going to be a loser, but the 6 is going to pay $35. So that's going to give us $15 back to put out here in the field, and that's going to give us that $20 that we're going to put over here on the don't come. And a 7, 7 out. So that's again a quick 7 roll, which kind of sucks for us because we're going to lose all of our money, $100. So that's 2 shooters that we've lost our entire investment on the shooter. And like I said, that is kind of the hole in this strategy, is one of those quick 7 outs. All right, man, I'm rolling a lot of 7s today. So there's another 7. Luckily, we didn't have anything out there. And a 6, 5, 1, 6. We'll mark that 6. And we'll go to our shooter number 4. We'll $15 change. We'll put that in the field. And we'll put caps here on our 6 and 8. All right, here we go. And a 4, 3, 1, easy 4. So our field is going to win $15. And now we're going to just take those winnings that we won in the field and put them on our don't come. Here we go. A 6, 5, 1. All right, well, we dodged the 7 on those first 2 rolls after the point was established, and that's kind of what we wanted. Now that is our point, but this don't come is going to move to the 6. So we're just going to come down, tell the dealer we want $30 odds on the 6, and we're going to bring everything else down. And I didn't pay this out, so I apologize. So I'm going to lose this $15 in the field on that 6, and that 6 had 35. It's going to pay $35. Sorry about that. If I make any dealing errors or payout errors, I apologize in advance. I am not a dealer, so don't leave me any hate messages down below if I screw something up. It's just the way it is. Now this puck is going to go off. Now one thing to remember is when we're playing the don't, this don't, when it moved to the 6, it's considered a contract bet, which means you cannot bring that bet down. You don't have to keep the odds out here. You don't have to play these odds, but I like to play the odds. The chances of rolling a 7 are higher than the chances of rolling a 6. And now I'm rooting with the rest of the table because I'm really hoping for a come out 7 so that will pay. So let's see if we can get that come out 7. And we didn't. We got a 12 midnight. But we have another chance for that 7. So let's see what we can do here. Come on. And a 10. Hard 10. 5, 5. Hard 10. Our point's going to be 10. All right, so we have our bet out here. We've got our don't on our 6. So we are going to keep rolling. Remember, if you're playing this don't, you don't want to, even though you're rooting for a 7, you don't want to say you're rooting for the 7 because most everyone else at the table is not rooting for a 7 at this point. And they're going to be pretty upset with you if you're sitting there saying, come on, 7. Here we go. All right, but we did. We got the 7, that quick PSO right there. Now, in this case, the PSO helped us out. So this is going to pay here on the flat bet, and on the 6, that's going to pay $5 for every 6 bet. So that's going to be paying an even $25 on that don't. So that worked out pretty good for us on that shooter. So let's see, I'm going to go ahead and make my rack right here and then stack this up as winnings back behind. Here we go. All right, we're down to our last shooter here. That puck went off because the 7 was rolled. And let's see what we do on this last shooter. All right, a 6, hard 6, 3, 3. Rolling quite a few hard ways here, aren't we? Okay, so our point is 6, and we're going to go ahead and put out that 5, 6, and 8 once again. Dealer's going to keep 2 for the caps and give you $15 in change. All right, here we go. And an 8, 6, 2, easy 8. We're going to lose the field bet here, but we are going to pay $35 out here. There's 25, 35. So we're going to take $15 of those winnings and put it in the field, and the rest we're going to go to the don't come. Oh, damn it. And a 7 out. 7 out. All right, so we did not do so great trying out that strategy. Like I said, the strategy does have some holes in it. I personally like the strategy, especially when there's a choppy table. So let's just kind of see where we are. We started with $500. That's 100 and 200. So let's see here. So this is going to be $100. Here, there's 300, 25, 350, $355. So we didn't do so well. We lost $145 out of our initial $500 bankroll, which, considering I think we lost three shooters on that, is not too bad, but it's still a loss at the table. So anyway, I'm going to try to roll this out at least one more time and possibly put a bonus video out there to show how it works in bubble craps. Watch for those videos. And until next time, good luck at the casino.